Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the dulcet tones of D-Rock. I know I did. But yes, how is everybody doing this fine day? I hope you are doing well. I have Iron Brew, thus making this a good day. Until I run out of it, and then it's the worst day. But that's just how these things go. This will be a great big convoy. So yeah, I should probably introduce the whole thing that's going on. Did you enjoy the Dalek thing I sent you? Did I see the Dalek thing? I don't know if I saw the Dalek thing. Maybe I did. I get sent a lot of things, and sometimes I'll notice them in the moment. But then they can get easily lost, especially on a Friday. If I was around when you did it. It's on your Twitter. Okay, I might not have seen it yet. I shall have a check. But anyway, yeah, what I'm doing today is thank you very much for the subs there, Krona and Dark Angels Fallen. Thank you very much. What am I doing? Yeah, so I'm playing a game called Convoy, which, if you listened to the Misanthropod a couple of episodes back, I was playing through this game called Convoy, which is kind of like FTL, but you control a big truck and a convoy, a whole convoy in sort of a Mad Maxy sort of world, which is pretty cool. And I haven't played it in a little bit, but I realised I'd never played it on stream, so I thought since Snipe is not doing super great today, he's dealing with a lot of stress, like, you know, random nosebleeds and just not feeling right. And she actually said I shouldn't stream today, which is a first, because normally I have to tell her that she's too stressed to stream. So that's a good thing. But yeah, so I thought, okay, well, I'll stream this because I've been meaning to for a while. So yeah, and I am sorry if everyone gets the Convoy song stuck in their head. Thank you, Contica, for gifting a sub there. It's very generous of you. And yes, I shall pass on the hugs and love to Snipe. Thank you very much, everybody. But yeah, I am gonna boot up this game yet and now because I realised that because I'm, you know, bad at stuff, I didn't actually check to make sure it would totally work and capture normally. So I guess this is where we find out if I have to do any bullshit. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't blame you, Prime. Because, yeah, Convoy's, I think you said earlier, Optimus Prime's Japanese name. Video game. Load. I clicked play button. Why? Oh, okay, here we go. I was like, why didn't you instantly load? 2 seconds after I said so. Okay. It's not a real stream unless technical bullshit happens. That's very true. Okay. I skipped past the intro there because it looked like it wasn't going to load and I was going to figure something out. But there we go. Cool. Alright, I need to put volume up. Is that... How's that in terms of volume? Like, is that music not too loud or... Let me know. Whilst I take a big sippy. Good. I don't know why I was asking like, oh yeah, how's the sound levels? And then I just went quiet. Because that's super helpful for everybody. Okay, I mean I can always turn it down if it isn't perfect. Okay, so Oh, no worries, Hulu. Yeah, some games can do that to people. Yeah, you take care. You take care. But yeah, if you've not played this before or heard about this before, the basic gist is your spaceship has crash landed on this planet in this area, and you just have to roam around getting the items you need to repair your ship and then leaving. And that's it. I'm just going to be playing it on the easy mode just because I'm streaming and we'll be talking, so I don't like. There's a chance that I'll just slam into a building or something. The chance of that happening is increased greatly. So I'm just going to be playing it on easy. Okay, now there's a few choices. Like basically, I've played a fair bit of this, so I've unlocked quite a lot of the extra things you can have. So I'm going to put this to the chat. Should I have like kind of normal cars, or do you want me to take the ludicrous hovercraft nonsense cars? Because they're the ones I normally actually take, but they're not like the standard experience because you have to unlock them. The nonsense cars, please. Okay. You cannot construct a base, no. Okay. Oh, hey, I'm fine. There is kind of a warthog. There is a few things that you could describe as kind of warthoggy, like this thing here. And that's, yeah, there's some distinctly warthoggy things in the game. Yeah, most people have wanted to go for the nonsense cars. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Yeah. Don't worry. You go and relax. And thank you very much. And I'll pass that on to Snipe. Thank you. No, you do. Onyx. You do get different MCVs, which you select in a second. Now, you get to pick their names. Which you can just write in manually, but they do randomly generate, and I do tend to quite like the nonsense they come up with. So this one I'm keeping because it says Big Boss Tiny, which is the worst. My main vehicle is apparently called the Lucky Duck. I'm okay with this. And this one's called Hard Chopper. I think I'm going to change that one. Little Worm. Actually, no, I'm going to change this myself, because I introduced Snipe to the song Dr. Worm like a day ago, and I'm calling it Dr. Worm now. Okay, so your main vehicle, you get a bunch of different choices. Now, what the big difference is that these are the weapon hard points on things. Now, your MCV has very particular weapon hard points. It can't just use anything. It has to have the grey ones, and those aren't like standard weapon hard points. But depending on which one you pick, you get different like beginning loadouts. Like that one is just stacked to the brim with ion cannons, for example. That one's full of drones. But since we're just on easy, what shall we go with? What's that? Is that a leech drone? Yeah. Yeah, I might go with this one with just the what's. This seems like just retaining. It's like, okay, that's just a better version. But repair drones are annoying to use. Like, they're really faffy and annoying. I'm actually tempted to go with this one because it's weird. Because you can't really work out what the hell it is from this angle. Actually, no. So you can see the drones. I'll take this one, and let's pick the name for it. Because yeah, they change. The names change every time we make a different selection. I forgot about that. And it's going to be the Lucky Banana, So that's what we're doing. And yeah, we're just playing on an easy. Yeah, cool. Okay. Oh, thank you for the sub there, Aldous. Thank you. One with the ion cannons look like Thunderbird 2. Actually, yeah, it does a bit, yeah. So basically what happens in matches, you move these guys around. You can't actually move your main vehicle, so that just has to stay in the center. But yeah, you move these things around, and then you can fight people. Now, as you can see on the side here, Convoy is made nearly entirely out of references to other works of media, which is why, for example, one of the objectives is the compression coil, which is the, if I remember correctly, is the item that's needed in the Firefly episode Out of Gas. And self-sealing stem bolts, which is a reoccurring gag, especially in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I imagine the other ones are, like, everyone is a reference to something. So I just don't necessarily instantly recognize the other ones. Thank you, Grona. But yeah, there's real FTL vibes to this. It is explicitly mentioned on the Steam pages, it being a huge inspiration. Now, I'm just going to skip that tutorial. So, you'll notice up here we have basically scrap, we have gas, and we have cargo. This thing I've got has got cargo to carry all 4 parts at the same time, if you want. And this is the ship, the thing in the center here, which you can go to the camp, where there's a shop, although this shop, all you can do is buy fuel, because it's the central shop. And you can upgrade your vehicles. And that's... These vehicles are actually weird in that you can only upgrade their health and armor. You can't upgrade their handling, range, or ability to deal with mines. But let's upgrade those a little bit, since I'm here anyway. And then I forget which one I've done. I've got plenty of fuel. Okay, so the general gist is you've got these main objectives, but there's a ton of different bits and pieces, like different missions you can encounter randomly, and there's towns that appear and specific quests that you'll find just roaming around. As you roam around, basically the colour of the thing that you're on denotes how quickly you can move on it. So black is a road, so you can move as fast as possible, and white is like a mountain, basically, so you move very, very slow over it. Now, when you're playing on easy, the fuel's not that low, so you don't really have to bother too much with that. You can just go as the crow flies, and it doesn't really matter. Whereas when you play on normal or higher, you absolutely use the roads, because if you don't, you will run out of fuel so quickly, it's untrue. But I'm going to go and get this. A large number of raiders are gathered around a massive stadium. Screams, chants, and other assorted loudness indicate a sort of violent event is going on inside. You are being contacted on the radio. Let's hear it. Yeah, just in time to enter the Destruction Derby. Come on in, unless you haven't got the balls. Bring it on. Yeah, sure. It's time to enter the Rumble Dome. So, this is the other part of the game. There's a lot of, like, just text-based decisions and things to make. A lot of them contain extremely long and convoluted references to other works of media. And you'll see that as we go. So some of them are quite funny, but it does mean that quite often you don't bother reading them after the first time that you read them, because you've read the joke and it's just a joke. But so I can be full on aggression, focus on evading attacks, or hit and run. I am going to go full on aggression. Unfortunately, your car suffers a hit by an opponent. Other competing vehicles are destroyed one by one. Eventually, you find yourself the last man standing. So I am awarded a prize of 111 scrap and 11 fuel. Okay, cool. That's not how the combat works normally, by the way. Oh, yeah. Set off my marker so I know where the nearest town is. So let's head to the nearest town. Big red barrel is in the middle of the road. You are right in front of it. I'm going to look inside it. Found 20 fuel in the big red barrel. Okay, cool. Because I'm low on like weapons and stuff, I'm gonna avoid the other bits and go straight to the village. Okay. Come across a large man wearing what seems to be a sandwich sign. Let's talk to him. Seems to be wearing a sign of the Lucky Peacock, a mysterious travelling casino. Since the peacock travels all the time, it can be difficult to locate. This man, however, offers the latest coordinates freely to anyone interested. Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay. So, the first thing you tend to do when you go anywhere, because I entered that Destruction Derby, I need to repair my vehicle. Now, what items do we have? Okay. Got a mine layer and a repair drone. Not super bothered about either of those. I could buy this truck, which does seem to have... that might be worth it, because it doesn't have any weapons, though. So it's just kind of going to be a liability for now. Because, yeah, that is a shield, and that's the only thing it's got currently. Hey, Alexis. Okay. So I'm probably not going to bother with anything from here. I'm just going to head to... I'm going to go find another camp. Because as you can imagine, this is all like procedurally generated, so, you know, it's just whatever's in the place. A single privateer vehicle approaches your convoy trying to offer communications. Oh, there's 3 different factions you encounter, which is the Raiders, Torvac, and Privateers. They're all dicks. Why do I feel like the dude with the sandwich sign was paying off his debts to the casino? That is a good headcanon. I like that. It doesn't appear to have any weapons. Okay, what do you have to say? The vehicle identifies itself as Thriftwood, Mighty Privateer, claims that rhyming insult fighting is a big thing in these parts and challenges you to a fight. Okay, Mr. Thriftwood. Yeah, let's do it. Claims, you can't match my witty repartee. When I'm done with you, you'll be a boneless fillet. Oh. But it was supposed to be rhyming. Okay. Yeah, so obviously that was a Monkey Island reference, and the game's full of shit like that. That's one of these main objectives there. Oh. You come across a lone figure wandering the wastelands, appears to be blind and in brown robes. With a convoy, despite being blind games, if the wealth you desire, numbers 5738 should be remembered. Oh, okay. I'm just going to make a note of that. On my handy notepad. So it's around a blind flash. The blind man has disappeared. Yeah, blind guy wandering the wastes, which I just assume is a reference to Messiah of Dune. Actually, no, it's Children of Dune, the third one. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, a little better. All right. Okay, so I'm going to buy a shield, because shields are very useful, and these can both have one. Okay, cool. I've realised I've not actually encountered just a regular fight yet. Drive past a scorched crater. Okay, let's look. You find corpses next to what looks like some kind of broken elevator. 3 corpses seem out of this world, one of them being an insectoid wearing a red scarf. One of them being an unusually tiny human next to an enormous sword, and finally a human wearing an impractical tweed jacket still clutching a pipe. Among the corpses lies a yellow pulsating crystal. Inspect the crystal. As your engineer prepare to take a close look at the crystal, your scanner shows incoming vehicles. Okay, cool. I'm going to fight them. Okay, so here's how the combat works. You just like FTL. You can pause it, and then assign your ship. Although I just realised I got into the bad habit there of like, you should always focus your fire, because it's just more efficient.
We
Oh, I just realised he had a tiny amount of health left. There we go. So yeah, it's all just about micromanaging your fight there. Check the crystal. Crystal did not survive the hostilities and turned into worthless dust. Okay. They are good explosions. I'll definitely give them that. Signal appears to be coming from an old saloon. There are several old cars in front of it, but they haven't been started in a long time. There is a foul stench in the air. The saloon seems so still, dead, so forgotten. Suddenly a large woman bursts through the saloon doors and she yells and cheers for you and your men to come inside. Okay. Oh, it should be noted that even when you know how events end, quite a lot of them have a randomized element, so you can't just go into one and all, like, not all of them will have the same result each time. So, you and a variety of crew head inside. Cobwebs, dust cover every surface except for the stage, which shines like it's been polished every day. On the stage, a young man wearing long jeans, button-down tropical shirt and tropical hat introduces himself as Michael Fritz and begins telling jokes. The large woman begins serving drinks to the men. The cups look brand new, like they have barely been used. The liquid in the glasses looks and smells fine. I'm not going to drink it. You sit calmly and look at your drink. The rest of your men begin drinking it. Within minutes, they are all yelling like madmen or are unconscious on the floor. You stand up to help them, but you're cracked over the head from behind. You wake up and the woman looms over you holding your pistol. I'm going to lay down low and await my chance. As you wait, you hear the comedian start to crack some awful jokes. He sounds nervous. The overweight woman starts yelling that if they want to be big-time criminals, they have to kill someone eventually. He starts another joke and you notice the woman's posture swiveling, assuming it's now pointed at the comedian. You kick her leg out from under her and the gun hits the floor. Upon grabbing the gun, you point it at both of them. Looking panicked, they offer to get rid of the bandits and give you a reward if you let them live. I'll let them live. You let them walk outside at gunpoint. They start signaling towards a group of raiders who promptly leave. Okay. I get some items. Cool. Yeah, some are more elaborate like that, which is kind of fun. I love what other games play. The games like this in FTL. Because Orange Jesus does not like me. Yeah, this is all. I will say, if you do like FTL, but you find it a bit punishing, then this is actually a good other thing to play, because this is nowhere near as hard as FTL. Like, barring when an exclamation mark comes up like this, that means there's like something that's going to be in the way, like a bit of car wreckage or a mine or something. But obviously, I can't do anything about it if my truck can't move. If you see a skull appear at the side, that means there's like an actual wall or something that I have to get out the way of, or my car will get instantly destroyed. Which is perhaps the hardest thing in the game, is just getting used to that. Yeah, see, there you can see some skulls appearing. I got a buzzsaw, which your weapons come down. You basically can store 4 items at any given time, and when you go to like a base, you can equip them. A buzzsaw is like a close range weapon. I don't tend to like using the close range stuff because you have to really micromanage to like, you don't just set up like attacks to automatically happen. You have to like manually select every time they attack, and yeah, it's a pain in the ass. You approach radio signal. It sounds like an emergency broadcast. See a few transport vehicles in the distance. Let's radio them. Thank God some other people. We're part of the KJL trading company and we're en route to deliver some shipments. My head logistics officer, however, is a bloody fool and he had us leave with too little fuel. We're stranded out here with in need of fuel. I don't suppose you'd care to help out. We'll make it worth your while. Yeah, I'm going to help them out. Yeah. They're overjoyed by your generosity. After finishing transferring the fuel, everyone rummages through their belongings to find you a reward. Generosity is its own reward, but I also want something. Light rocket artillery. There we go. Oh, and a taunter, which I will never use because they're terrible. But that means I've got some new weaponry, so that's cool. Let's check the wrecks. Vehicles too damaged. Any use? Fine. Okay. Let's do this, and then I'll. Trading post has been built into the stretch of the desert. It supports the signs of the KJL Trading Company. It appears to have hired several well-equipped privateer vehicles for protection. Radio them. What can I do for you? Ask for a trade? Yeah, do you have any... ooh, cool. I'm going to go here for... Should I go for the H? Because I might as well go for the more expensive vehicle. Oh, thank you, Anacromech, for the sub there. Thank you. Should I go for the Predator or the HR Troopy? Because I kind of want to go for the Troopy because Troopy is a very funny name. So this is a good 2D Fury Road game with the numbers filed off. Yeah, pretty much. Pred. I like Troopy for the name. Funny name. Okay. This very limited democracy works. Okay, I've got the Troopy. Anything else you wanted? No, because I want to go to the nearest place so that I can fix this stuff and look at my new vehicle. Oh, it's just there. Okay, cool. Onwards. Okay, so it's one of these little things. Cool. I didn't have any weapons, so it's a good job that I had that. So I'm just going to get rid of the buzzsaw because they annoy me to use. Put it on the wrong thing. And got a taunter, which means that it'll basically like draw things to fight it, which can be kind of useful actually, I suppose, because they do draw things away from the main vehicle. Let's affix it for now. Yeah. A few bits of upgrade for it, and then let's repair stuff. And what do we have here? Light rocket artillery. Heavy rocket artillery is quite good. How much was that again? 120. Okay, so if I can get 120, then I can buy some rockets. That's pretty good, because that's just the light one, so it's not very good. Okay, cool. Right. Oh, by the way, I have been like manually moving by like doing it like this, which is basically because if you want to follow the roads, that's how you do it. But you can just like, see, I was going to demonstrate something, but then it's like, oh, you want to fight me? Okay, I guess I'm fighting now. So yeah, there you see that's like a lot of the game is just the micromanaging of like getting everything sort of in position so things aren't doing too much damage to your main vehicle. Take loot. Yeah, there you go. That's... What you've seen here is pretty much the game. Flashy display of neon lights and laser shows that can be seen in the distance. Yeah, I'm investigating that. Upon coming close, you see a neon sign that says Selvin's Show of Surprises. You see a large podium with 3 doors numbered 1 to 3. A woman wearing a glittery suit and a fancy top hat is stood behind a mic at the podium. Next to the podium, you see two big turrets sporting impressive-looking weaponry. You suspect they could destroy the entire convoy with a single burst. The woman announces, "Ladies and gentlemen, please give a hand to our latest contenders." Due to the lack of an audience, it remains silent. Let's step right up. The woman continues, oh, okay. To enter, I need to have 125 things, which I don't currently have, so... Oh, behind one of the doors is a brand spanking new keeper drone. The hovercraft things I'm using are keeper drones, just so you know. So I'd get a third one, basically, is what I could get from it. But I can't because I don't have the money. Okay, what we got here? Okay, nothing that's particularly exciting, but yeah, I need to upgrade this a bit because it takes hits easy. What you really need is to get everything with shields on them, which makes things a lot easier. Several radio vehicles approach you, voice on the radio. "When we're done with you, we'll see what's left of you in a goddamn jar." Okay, okay.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, Captain? Yes, Captain. Orders?
Okay.
Hey, unit reporting. Let me help.
Yes, I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, here you see, because the skull's there, I've got to make sure nothing is on that level. Because yeah, if I'd have hit that bit, then it would have just one-shot my vehicle, which is very annoying when that happens.
What can I do?
Oh god, that's horrible.
You got it. Target acquired. Hey! Yes, Captain.
As you can see there's quite a few skulls. It can be quite panic-inducing when you end up with a screen like that. Take loot. Okay. Still come from a workshop surrounded by a pretty massive junkyard. Okay, well let's approach the workshop. Avoiding the junkyard, you need to continue a bit further to the workshop. Okay. Okay, wow, yeah, it is a bit further. Okay. Because yeah, when you pick up, when you find side objectives, they get added to your like list here, so you can go do the thing. Crude graffiti, wrecks, and debris litter the streets. This urban area is obviously controlled by raiders. Oh no. Oh shit. I totally wasn't paying attention to my fuel. Oh fuck. I just completely run out of fuel. Oh wow, that's the bad times. No, I don't want to lose any more vehicles. Wow, I fucked up really badly here. Okay, civilian vehicles. You're the guys who got around that busted spaceship, right? We heard your actions in these lands. How about we'll give you 17 fuel to take anyway. Oh, thank you. Pleasure to help. We've got to look out for each other on the planet of Omec Prime. Okay, good. Oh, that was... wow, yeah, that was... Let's... that was a fuck up on my part, Jesus Christ. But you can see, I've nearly run out of fuel just getting back here. Okay, right. I'm going to take the taunter off this thing because it's just taking too much fire with it, so... Oh, the leech drone that I've been using, by the way, it takes health off the thing that I'm fighting and gives it to my main vehicle, so that's kind of fun. Okay, I'm keeping this thing safe over here. Oh yeah, I forget that the rockets don't need clear line of sight, so that's kind of useful. I got a light plasma cannon, so that's cool. And I got a bunch of fuel, so also quite useful. Okay, right. So one, let's take that bleeding taunter off because bad. Oh yeah, the light plasma cannons. Yeah, they do stuff against armor, but they're not good against health. Probably not the most useful, because I've got all my weapon slots full. So I'm just going to get rid of that. But buy quite a bit of fuel. Because, turns out you need fuel. Okay. Where was I going? Oh yeah, I was going to go to the Lonely Workshop thing. So let's try that again, and not run instantly out of fuel. Raider vehicles. Oh, okay. All right, Havoc. Have at 'em. Come on, you apes. You want to live forever? I only listen to that when Michael Ironside tells me. Yeah, if you're not familiar, that's from Starship Troopers. Because everything in this game is a reference.
Yes. Awaiting orders. Hey.
Okay, that one's down.
Unit reporting. You
Hey. Just die. Gosh darn it.
Yes, Captain. Orders. Heading east. Let me help.
Okay. I've actually not been super lucky with like finding upgrades and things. Normally by now I'd have a handful of upgrades for my
Vehicle reporting.
main vehicle.
Rolling.
Oh, thank you for the subs there, Tempestus.
Sir.
Take loot. I got like a chainsaw and stuff, but like, ugh, I don't really like using them. Urban areas filled with impoverished citizens wandering the streets. They pay little attention to their surroundings, but instead are staring intently at some sort of tech device in their hands. Investigate. It's a good thing you stopped the convoy, as these civilians have a blatant disregard for their immediate surroundings. They all seem fixated on their screens, mindlessly shambling about. Keep observing. They're congregating at a nearby landmark, furiously debating something using nonsensical words. It appears they are preparing to fight some sort of strong foe, although you don't see any danger in the vicinity. After a few minutes have passed, the entire gathered group of villains starts furiously mashing their fingers on screens of their tech devices. At some point, it appears they are successful. Triumphant cries are uttered. The victorious group begins to dedicated swiping their fingers across their screens. They stare at their screens intently before releasing a sigh of relief or a cry of anguish. After they have finished, a group disperses and continues their mindless shambling. It's Pokemon Go. They're doing a raid in Pokemon Go. This was made a few years ago. Occasionally one of them shouts an unintelligible word. This results in a large group of them congregating in a specific area, delicately swiping their fingers across the screens, either emitting cries of victory or disappointment. Try to communicate. For numerous attempts, you manage momentarily to get one of the attention civilians. What are you doing? As they look bewildered as if you've been living under a rock for the past decades. They explained it is a sensational game distributed by Torvak called Omek en Passant. Before you have a chance to ask any additional questions, their eyes will wander back to their screen and continue on. I'm gonna leave them be because I don't want to shoot civilians. That's bad. Okay, approach the workshop. Inside the workshop, you find a mechanic working on a sports car. She's currently testing the reinforced plating by firing a machine gun at it. Approach the mechanic. Mechanic notices your approach, wipes the sweat from her forehead, replacing it with grease, and explains, "Looks good, don't it? It's got more potential, though, if I could just find the right parts." Right parts? Yeah, I need some CCAs to install the platforms I want. She grins wildly, extending her arms as it continues. Look, this thing is pretty killing already, but it could be even better. Okay. Where do I get them? Same place you find anything on this godforsaken planet. Kill folks and take it. Okay. Sure. Go do that, but let's go down here and try and find another camp. Because there should be one down here somewhere. I've taken quite a lot of damage. Ugh. People with shields are appearing. I'm the only one allowed to have shields. Yeah, another trick you can use is to just manually block the line of sight to your vehicles by using other vehicles, which is quite fun. No, I was going to try and eat some things there. Upon inspection, you don't find anything pointing cloaking technology. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole thing about, it's said that they have cloaking technology. Radio signal appears to be originating when a lone raider vehicle stood by the side of the road. Investigate. It would appear the raider vehicle's run out of fuel, which explains why it's stranded at the side of the road. Talk to them. Give me your fuel. I'll make it worth your while. Okay. Okay. Let me fire it up for you. He starts revving his engine before you know it, he speeds off. I'm going to chase him. It's pretty light and managed to get away, but not before you've managed to trace the signal. It can't run forever. Okay. This is a pretty empty part for camps. Okay. Onwards. God, this is... Okay, I need to just ignore things, because I'm a little low on, well, everything, really. There we go. It was not the most efficient way, I don't think. Let us not tarry for long. Ugh. Fine, okay, I'll fight you. Hello to Dark Angel's Fallen's cat, then. Who decided to say hello to the whole stream.
Yes. Yes, Captain. Waiting order. Not a problem.
Okay, I've got to start getting a little bit cheeky now.
Moving.
Yeah, so something I've not really shown you is that you can ram. Which can be an easy way to like get people out of where you want them to be and do some quick damage if you need to. Ooh. Okay, I got a mine layer. Okay, cool. At least got something there. So not all bad. Right, okay. Need a bit to friggin' repair everything. Okay, let's get rid of the chainsaw. But the mine layer can go on my main vehicle. And that basically just tosses out a mine every now and again. So it gives me a bit more damage, so that's good. Can't up the range on that. What does the shop sell here? A shield. That's probably worth it. Yeah, let's get the shield and then I'll spend the rest on fuel and just kind of hang around here for a little bit. Well, maybe not the rest on fuel. Okay, the rest on fuel. And let's pop that on this because this is the weakest vehicle at this point. Tell the cat we say "Kun Uyaleo" back. Okay, at least I've got a shield now and I've got mines, so it's not all that bad. How far is they? Let's head generally to that marker. Let's find that dickhead. Being broadcast what appears to be a decrepit bar. You got a grey bricked exterior that shows a damaged neon sign. The only remaining letters are Jerry's. Doesn't appear to be anyone nearby. Check it out. Scar has been trashed. The only thing is a remaining jukebox. Trash it for parts. Oh no, the raiders, they're upset because I trashed their jukebox. Oh no.
Hey. Roger. Standing by. Hey.
Not everyone's moved around to be in awkward places. How dare they?
Reporting. Not a problem. Yes, Captain. Yes.
Okay.
Vehicle reporting.
So I just want to shoot you. Why do you have to just keep... Ugh.
Reporting.
It's so annoying.
Yes, Captain. Sir. Hey.
Hey guys, Satans. How are you doing this fine day? Explosions. Oh, light machine gun. Okay. That's the thing, at least, I guess. Driving around the abandoned city, you spot a squad of raiders in an adjacent street. They're busy loading a variety of looted items from their houses into their vehicles. Upon noticing your convoy, they panic and rush to get their vehicles started. I'm going to pursue them. The raiders are able to navigate streets better than you on wieldy convoy, resulting in them gaining some distance on you. I'm going to supercharge and pursue them. Manage to catch up with them. There's no escape for them now. Okay.
Yes, Captain. Standing by. Talk.
Oh yeah, one other thing you can do. Let's see if I can pull this off. Yep. If you've got obstacles coming up, then you can just push people into them. Which is quite useful if you can pull it off. Investigate their ill-gotten gains. Got a minigun. Oh, fucking excellent. 'Cause that's the thing. I've not really had like weapon upgrades, so I've not like been able to really upgrade too much. It's been a little bit frustrating. Whereas now I've actually got a minigun, which is a straight improvement of like this. This does 12 damage rather than 7. Because yeah, these are pretty shitty little guns, honestly. And are worse than everything everyone else has. Okay, I could do with some more spending a bit here. And then yeah, nothing else is what I want here, so cool. Okay. Alright, let's head back up this way then. See what we can find. Urban area has been recently massacred. Oh, Jesus. The streets covered in blood and bodies. The raiders are evidently control the area. Let's look for survivors. He found a lone mutilated survivor cowering the corner of a wrecked house. He looks frightened as he sees you and starts making mewing sounds. Let's take him to the medical bay. You rush the wounded man to medical bay, but despite your efforts, he succumbs to his wounds. Oh, okay. Well, that was not good. Okay. Bunch of privateers on your tail. Radio them. You've been tracked by the rising ashes. Stop your vehicle immediately, surrender. You have 10 seconds to comply. What do we do? 9. Why should we? Fine, we'll fight them. Fuel? Fuel's fine. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's probably a fucking mess. It's the problem with playing this again after being in, like, having played a bunch of it. Like, you're so in the habit of how you used to play it that you, like, forget to be quite so attentive about certain things. thing's got a really good shield on it. That's a level 3 one, so...
Awaiting orders. Yes, Captain.
Yep. Just missed them with the mine layer there.
Vehicle reporting.
Take loot. Yeah, my fuel was fine. What is here? What is for sale? What fun things are there? Repair drone. Ugh. Missile launchers are interesting. Maybe that might be worth getting at some point. But let's just buy a shitload of fuel so I don't forget. I'm back. I've eaten sugary treats and feel less exhausted. I believe that is the healthy way to deal with such things, is just to jam sugar in your body. Probably. I don't know. I ain't no doctor. Batten down the hatches, mates. It's gonna get ugly. Okay. So this is the one kind of problem with the game, that it is a little repetitive. So I could see if like someone was like would get bored of it kind of quickly, because there is, it does kind of do the same thing over and over again. Oh, there you go. This is what the missile does because they're about to use one.
Hey. Ready. Locked on.
Okay.
Yes. Dusty and dirty. What can I do?
Okay.
Yes, Captain. Roll out. Reporting. Guns ready. Reporting.
Take loot. Okay, cool. Yeah, and say I could do with the repairing, so let's go get that done. Luckily, there was that thing here. Oh yeah, I was here. This was the first one I came to, I think. Okay. What was I doing? There we go. Might as well repair this while I'm here, 'cause I'm not spending anything else. All right. Okay, it's out here. Ugh, surrounded by red blinking lights, vehicles suddenly approaching you. Oh, okay, fine.
Standing by. Yes. Dusty and unit reporting. Hey. Ready and waiting. Awaiting orders. Yes, Captain. Reporting.
They're shoaling like fish. Fortunately, they seem to be having more trouble with the mines than I do, so...
Going out. What can I do? Vehicle reporting. Yes. Sir. Hey.
Good. Okay, where are we? 74, so... There we go. I'm gonna keep... Okay, yeah. I'm just keep driving past that thing, so I don't want to... Feels the betraying raider signal is coming from this general area. Investigate it. Now he is hanging out with some raider friends, wasting all your precious fuel. It's payback time.
Yes. Ready. Not a problem. Hey. Roger.
Roger.
What can I do? Ready and waiting. Hey. Sir. Hey. Yes, Captain. Hi. Order. Target set.
Okay. And dead. Okay. You defeated the betraying raider and his friends. Looks like you've wasted all the fuel you gave him, but the wrecks still net you 100 scrap, 101 scrap. So, you know, I guess that's good. And there you go. That's kind of a bit of an example of how like the missions work. You know, you'll find something, it'll lead you to do something that goes somewhere else, and then you have a fight or an encounter. And that's what a lot of these side objectives is. Bait and tackle is just a depth charge for fish. I mean, you're not wrong. What was I going to do? Let's head to the nearest camp. And then I might actually start off one of the main missions, because I've... Like, I could do with some more weaponry. Like, it's just not... I've just not really gained a huge amount.
Standing by. Hey. Yes, Captain.
I could really do with like an ion cannon. That'd be great.
What can I do? Hey. Run and anchor. Order. Guns ready. Standing by. Not a problem.
Okay.
What can I do? Exterminate. Roger. Definitely. What can I do? Hey. Moving up. Standing by.
You deal with that little one. Steal their fancy gubbins. Ugh. I hate it when there's that many skulls and warnings on the screen. It just messes with my capacity to like pay attention. I'm just like, eh.
Hey. Definitely. Yeah. Unit reporting.
Shield Mark 1. Okay, cool. At least I can get my... I can have everything with the shield now, so that's something, I guess. Can't remember if I've been to this one. I have, but they have an EMP blaster, so I am buying one of those. Because that means I can then pop that on here, and that means it'll basically... it knocks out shields on opponents and makes them not be able to attack you for a while. And someone put self-sealing stem bolts Easter egg. Oh, that, like, everything in this is a reference to something. Like, it's obscene. Okay, right. You get shield. Good old Dr. Worm. Okay, I guess I'll spend the rest of the money on upgrades. Sure. Okay. I'm sorry, Web, this is the easy difficulty because this looks hard and chaotic. Oh, it gets worse. It's a game it's relatively easy to play once you get used to how it works, but it's not like instantly like super simple. Okay. I'm going to ignore them. I don't care. I just want to get the thing. Rather a small decrepit hamlet, assuming the information your criminal is correct, the Sasic tea house should be around here. Look around. It comes across a tramp, somebody across the street, loudly singing a song about fair city where the girls are pretty. Oh, I hope Snipe feels better soon. For now, I'll watch the stream, paint some more. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Hans. Thank you for the sub, and I'll pass that along. Thank you. Oh, and yeah, this is heavily. I mentioned it before, but yeah, this is heavily inspired by FTL. So yeah, it is not an accidental thing. Even the music's very evocative. And yes, that is a reference to the Guns N' Roses song "Paradise City." Fun fact: not many people will have ever seen it because we only played it like a handful of gigs. But when we used to like play consistently with the band, we'd occasionally play a cover of a cover. It was basically we played a kind of weird ska version of Enter Sandman, but all the lyrics were exchanged for lyrics of other songs. So it like had part of it was like singing Paradise City to the like music of like a very scary version of Enter Sandman. It was very weird. Okay, we're looking for the tea house. Okay, I'm gonna go there. Okay, enter the tea house. A sleazy man looking at your task. Golly gosh. Do you want the extreme pleasure of this surprising visit? That's about hyperdrive stabilizer. Like questionizing one of the men looking particularly dim before they say, well, it stands to reason you want to speak with Andy. He's inside the tea house now to ginger himself up for tonight. A tea house has furniture shaped as scantily clad men and women, teacups and saucers strategically placed to cover their naughty bits. You've got good rest mod, Hal. And I will do. Thank you very much. Loads of people of various states of intoxication sprawl across the floor, tables, and stools. They are clearly serving high tea. Sounds like a pretty fun time. You are led to a youthful-looking man with almost cherubic features. Talk to him. Hi. At last we meet. My name is Andy. My brew crew tell me that you lead a big convoy in need of a hyperdrive stabilizer. Can I help you? It's been a while since I've had some lashings of the old rough and tumble, which is where you come in. If you can provide me with excitement and joy of combat, I'd happily give you the hyperdrive stabilizer in return. I consider myself somewhat of a lawkeeper, so let's dish out some justice. Okay, right. Should I try and fight him? Because you can get a nice reward for fighting him. Shall I try that? See what happens. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Andy smiles broadly. Oh, that is wonderful. You definitely stir the pot. Whilst I applaud your enthusiasm, if you kill me now, you'll never fire the hyperdrive stabilizer. However, I like your thinking. If you want to fight me head on, that can be arranged. Me and my brew crew have a private squad just outside of town. Defeat us and you get the hyperdrive stabilizer. Sound good, right? I feel obliged to warn you that my private squadron is not to be trifled with. I do like to keep the peace, so unless you're really sure, bring it on. Okay. Absolutely sure? I will shoot and kill I will shoot to kill and trust you to do the same. Arrangements will be made for the hyperdrive stabilizer and I keep my promises. Yeah, let's go. Yep. basically, they have this. They have these, the same things that I've got.
Vehicle reporting. Sir? Let me out.
Shooting the enemy.
Reporting. Yes. Ready and waiting. Locked on. Reporting.
What can I do?
There we go. I managed to get one to ram into a thing, so that helped. Why do they have so much more shield than you? I mean, these are like this is let me do that. This is like the harder thing to try and do. So it's, you know, it makes sense they're quite difficult. I think for the sub there, Dark Willow.
Let me out.
Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Okay. After blasting Andy's final vehicle, you wait for him to crawl out of the wreck. He approaches your convoy whilst laughing loudly despite being covered in blood and bruises. Amazing, that was great. Well fought, oh my brother, well fought. I had not forgotten. Arrangements will be made for it en route and it's to your location as we speak. Thanks to this little fight, I haven't felt this alive in years. In fact, if you'll have me, how about I join your convoy and we'll continue this fun? Yes. Yes. I have Andy on my team now. He's fucking great. He's a fucking lunatic. He's basically Malcolm McDowell. It's fine. Okay, let's go to a workshop because I realise my vehicle is not missing a name. Oh, thank you very much for gifting a sub there. Thank you, Willow. But yeah, so I now have one of the 4 items I need to beat the game. And yeah, you can see now I've got another version of these, and this one's actually better. It's got more fancy weaponry and stuff.
What can I do? Yes, Captain.
Vehicle reporting.
Hey. Hi.
What can I do? Ready.
Hey. Yes, Captain.
As you can see, shields are becoming very common in the game at this point. Is this game any easier than FTL? Yes, this game is easier than FTL. Well, put it this way, once I kind of got how the game worked, I was able to beat it on normal mode without too much trouble. But it did take a while to kind of learn how the game worked, so, you know.
Yes, Captain.
What can I do?
Hi. Hi.
Ready and waiting.
Yeah, you see the lasers that Andy's thing's got are absolutely devastating. They're great. I really want to try and get those for the rest of my vehicles. Okay, so this thing never had a name, so let's randomly generate a name. Hyperduck. Ooh, Hyperduck's strong, but I think we can go better than that. Bernie, Fat Niner. This feels a lot less roguelike than FTL. It uses a lot of the same things, but it is quite similar in a lot of ways. Everything is randomly generated. So it's like, yeah. Glass Cat, Glass Raider, Turbo Knight, Sky 2, Insane Bag, Scar 4, Big Eagle, Odd Banana. I'm sorry, it's got to be Odd Banana. I can't not have Odd Banana. Yeah, here's Andy's thing. It's got 2 of these and it's already got a Mark II shield in it. pretty good. Should we change Andy's name to something also equally strange and bizarre? Okay. Okay.
Waiting orders. Hey. Ready and waiting.
Yeah, this is this has become a lot easier now. I've got Andy's vehicle.
Ready and waiting.
So yeah, the EMP thing that I picked up, which is also phenomenally useful, means that yeah, it can knock people's shields out temporarily, so you can start actually doing damage to them. This reminds me of the Star Wars Starfighter when you had to protect the least self-preserving merchant ship in the galaxy against pirates. Yeah, it's a little bit. Andy works best because it is Andy's odd banana. Oh no, it was not Andy's odd banana. That's Andy's his own thing. I got a taunter. Okay, well, I can sell that at least, I guess. And now I can use that money that I got to repair everyone. Because I spent everything not repairing people. The thing is, once you've kind of got a bit of a strong kind of foundation, then it becomes so much easier to like do those final things. You can actually burn through the like 4 big final missions really quickly, like one after the other. Okay, the scumbags have stole our food queues. I'm just going to defend myself because spoilers, they will never accept that you didn't steal their food cubes.
Vehicle reporting.
Okay.
Yes, Captain. What can I do? What can I do?
Orders. What can I do? I've got him in my sights.
Roger.
Yeah, so you see how quickly you can fuck things up once you start getting a decent team together.
Yes, Captain.
What can I do?
Ready. Ready.
Hey. Roger.
Hey. We're in rough. Vehicle reporting. Awaiting orders.
Hey.
Ooh, sure, I need to get out of the way of all that stuff. Let me just get out of the road. There we go. You are sometimes at the mercy of the AI, sometimes screwing up when trying to get to places, which can be a bit awkward. This is the best way to spend a Saturday, watching Livestream and building a new tech marine. Oh, thank you. And I hope the tech marine comes out well. I've never actually bought a tech marine. I have built one from parts before, so I had to like scratch build a servo arm, which was an experience. But I've never actually bought one. Can't remember which place was this. A worthless one. These just shitey weapons. Yeah, these are still using the same basic weapons I had at the start because I've just not got anything better. Like, I've got like so many of my things just have the basic weaponry. Like, this would be... I'd be burning through this shit so much easier if they just had better gear. But I just haven't found any. Post on Twitter. Ah, cool, yeah. I shall look out for that, Willow. Okay, let's... Let's go for the self-sealing stem bolts. I've arbitrarily decided that's what we're doing now. Let's go and do that one. So let's go get to a road, because it's quite a far distance to travel, so I'll have to stop off somewhere and get more fuel, I assume. If you hit the sign, you will hit that bridge. Doesn't seem to be a bridge in sight, though. I'm just going to keep driving. Everything's fine. I like that ominous stinger you get there. As you drive along the highway, your scanners pick up several raider vehicles closing in on you. They look hostile. Yeah, I'm gonna fight them.
Yes, Captain?
Hey,
Okay, let's go after this one first, because this looks dangerous. There's lots of just total lob of mine over there.
Hey. Sir?
yes, Captain.
Standing though. You?
Hey,
Yes.
There we go. Nice and easy. Alright. This game needs a function to keep. Really needs a function to keep on the road. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. Hey, Destroy. Successful to view the radar vehicles. Surprisingly, the raiders start to cheer and open radio channels. Fabulous performance, splendid display, jolly good work. Finally, a worthy challenger to the great King Killer, the Educated. Respond. We speak of chess, of course, the greatest sport known to the educated elite. Sir King Killer, the Educated, has lacked a worthy opponent for some time, leaving us a spot of bother. Pray show your valiant skills as a battlefield commander on the battlefield of chess. What say you, good man? I accept. Oh God. Oh God. Now I've got to actually. Oh, I'm not good at chess. Wonderful. Let us proceed the game of chess. The battleground rival ideologies to slug it out with glee. Pray, take white, good sir. May the best man win. Let's move a pawn. Clearly, intent is on the Blackburn shilling gambit. A for effort, good sir. I'll move a knight. King Killer, the Educated, looks thoughtful before making the next move. He moves a pawn. Ponder. Your next move awaits. Move rook excitedly. He moves his king. What to do? Move a bishop. He moves a pawn. Ponder. Okay. Move a knight. You confidently move your final piece and state checkmate. Sir King Killer the Educated looks momentarily dumbfounded before exclaiming, "Jolly good show. You're truly an inspirit to all of Omek Prime. Absolute pleasure, Jolly Game of Chess. Please let me repay you for the damage my ruffians have caused. How does 143 scrap sound? Great. Okay, cool. Again, really wants to flip the board, doesn't it? Yeah. His raiders start their engines and leave the convoy behind, no doubt looking for the next unworthy chess adversary. It's a very strange game, this. I don't know if you've noticed. Okay, I'm getting close. Let's just have a quick look and see where the nearest camp is. There's probably one further down here as well, so... Heart-wrenching screams of local survivors indicate raiders are nearby. Yeah, I'll help.
What can I do?
Sir?
Yes, Captain.
Hey! Roger.
Yes, Captain.
Oh, that just didn't activate any of the things. That's good.
What can I do? Yes, Captain.
Hey! Sir? Target. Sir?
Hey. Hey.
You?
Don't you run away from me.
What can I do? Standing by. Yes, Captain?
Hey. Hey. What can I do? Yes.
Those raiders real glass cannons. Yeah. Oh, light pulse laser. Okay. I think that's the light one is mildly better than some of the stuff I've got. Okay. Come on, there's got to be a camp down here somewhere. There we go. Knew there'd be one. Although I think it's quite... Okay. That's further away than I was hoping. Oh. Well, I got some fuel. It's fine. Is that the...
It's high noon.
What is that? That's the Lonely Workshop. Okay. Drink the Raiders' hearts. Thank you, Willow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Let's just... I need to affix some stuff. Oh yeah, it's this thing where I have to like cross over the friggin' mountains. Which is less than ideal. Observe. I'm going to keep watching. Blinking. Sure. A barrage area with weapons, clouds of dust, but eventually they start firing anyway, dust settle. Okay. Dust settles and you inspect the ravaged areas. No sign of repair. I'm going to loot the wrecks. Okay, cool. That was a thing. I've got shitloads of resources right now, actually. I can actually fully repair everything. Yeah, so this does 8.3, so it's mildly better than what I currently have on some stuff. So I might... let's replace one of these. So at least that's got a little something a little better. I think everything else is fully geared up. So let's just buy a shite load of fuel. And spend the rest on some upgrades. There we go, my truck is maxed out now, so that's good. And that's all as good as it can be for now. And that's all. Yeah, I can't afford any of that, so that does the job. The other in this game reminds me of Avengers. I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar with that. Okay. Okay, now to go for those self-sealing stem bolts I was originally going for, but then got distracted. Investigate the mysterious object. When one of your vehicles approaches the object, they hear a faint beeping noise. It's a bomb! Back out. Oh. Took a little bit of damage. That's mildly irksome. I would say driver delivery game from 1997. Everyone is a bug. I've never heard of that before. That's very interesting. I wouldn't pay your toll even if I like had the money. Jesus. Okay, there we go. That's some of the more heavy vehicles. So let's deal with them first. I mean, I say they're heavy, and they are heavy, but like, I do it when I get like everything firing at the same time. I do a shitload of damage.
Awaiting orders. Hey. Yes, Captain. Let me out.
Yes? Hi. Yes? What can I do?
Captain.
And dead. Going back to the blanket for. Oh, I have a good time. I have a good and comfy time. Then thank you very much. Thank you for visiting. Thank you. What on earth am I doing? Oh yes, I'm on my way to get stem bolts. That was what I was doing. Okay, basically the basic thing of this one is you just go, because I can't be bothered to read all the dialogue because there's a load here. You go there and you basically make a deal with them to go and kill some people in order for them to just give you the bolts. That's the shtick. Like, sorry, I just can't be bothered to read all of that text because there's a lot. Let's see what this is. A signal appears from a large black slab in the middle of the desert. Investigate. Your engineers start investigating the large black slab. What is it transmitting? Aside from the occasional radio transmission which caused you to find it in the first place, your engineers discover that it has strong magnetic fields. Does it have mass? Clearly has mass, easily discovered when one of your engineers tried to topple it. Without proper equipment to measure the mass, the common accepted answer is that its mass is higher than that of air. What are its dimensions? Seems to follow the precise ratio of a 1:4:9. One of your engineers suggests there may be more proportions to be able to look into it more than 3 spatial dimensions. Just record that data. Your engineers are hard at work interpreting the large black slab soundscape. It seems to detail location of composition of privateer base. Using the data, you're easily able to dispatch it. Okay. And Tvorak base of operations. Torvak, rather. Record that data. And a hidden weapon cache. Okay, cool. Gave me a ton of stuff. It gave me a bunch of things. Where's the cache of weapons? Because I could do with that. 52. Okay, that's actually really close. Sand. Why did it have to be sand? It's not just sand. A scout reports a nearby raider squadron. Their vehicles are shut down and the raiders themselves are enjoying some rest and relaxation. Although, knowing them, that probably involves torture and cannibalism. I'm just going to attack them, because the raiders are a bunch of dicks who keep attacking me. Well. Okay.
What can I do?
Ready and waiting. Let me out. Roger.
Okay. A lot is happening here.
Awaiting orders. Yes, Captain? I've got him in my sights.
Hey. What can I do?
Reporting.
Drink their blood, swallow their souls. They will find no respite in this game. Bump their toes. steal their shoes. Eat their biscuits. Okay. Good job of pause there, because otherwise I would have slammed into that.
Ready and waiting.
Ain't no rest for the wicked. Nothing of value, but you found some stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's get this, and then I need to go and grab another thing because I need repair. Okay, the weapons cache should be nearby. Before you get a chance, enemy vehicles manage to attack you. Okay, fine, sure. I just got to be careful. Okay. Let's get rid of this thing first.
Hey, what can I do? Shooting the enemy. Hi,
Yes, Captain. Vehicle reporting. Yes, Captain.
what can I do? Hi,
Okay.
Ready and waiting.
hey,
Give them unwanted bad advice and then insist upon it. Okay, look for the cache. Okay. Heavy pulse laser, heavy rocket artillery, heavy plasma cannon. That was totally worth it. Okay, now I need to go, really need to go and repair my goddamn thing. Which I assume I'm going to have to go down here and go round, which is a little further than I would like to, but shoot it. I shot it. See, I've got the fuel and stuff, so that's all fine. But this should actually significantly help my... Oh, investigate. Okay, cool. Ready them. You come here to steal our fuel. Supercharge engines and run away, because I can't be bothered to deal with you, friends. We in their toilet and don't flush. Oof. That's some dangerous thinking there. Okay, right. So that improves. So I've basically just got a better rocket for him, and then because that's a light pulse laser. So let's put, if I put a heavy one on there, well, you can see that does those do 7 DPS. This does 15. So yeah, the heavy plasma cannons, they do a lot of damage to like other things. So like they burn through some stuff easier, but like I don't know, I've just never found them to be as useful. Maybe your community is made up of psychopaths. I know, and that's why we love them. I've got a lot of cash. Let's upgrade that a bit. And that's all fully repaired. Okay, I think I'm... Might as well just do that. Cool. Yeah, rad. Okay. Right. Stem bolts is up here somewhere to go and kill the people I need to kill. Okay, let's go do that. Flipping heck! You recognise vehicles to be a privateer make, and they appear to be gracefully led by a blonde woman. This is going to end in tears. Okay.
Contact sites.
Okay.
Yes, Captain.
Let's knock your shield out. Cool. Boom. No worries. Okay. It's a fair distance, but I'm just gonna go around that. I can't be bothered. There's a radio signal. I'm just like, I'll drive around the radio signal. That's how that works. Oh, hey, there's my thingy. Blood splattered vehicles. Looks like meat is back on the menu, boys. Ah, references.
Acknowledged. What can I do?
Let's just make it so he's not attacking me. Okay. You know those things where you're playing a game and it's like you realise how overwhelming bits of it must appear to be? Because there's just a lot happening on screen. Wait, does your truck not have a shield? No, that's like a specific upgrade to give them a shield. That you can get, that you can only, isn't permanently on, like little vehicles. It's like something you, yeah. You have to like activate. I haven't seen any, and they're not like, yeah. Well, it's just because you're supposed to, you know, protect that with the other stuff. So, you know, it kind of makes sense. I might as well nip down here and just repair myself, because it's just right here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had one of the items. There's actually an upgrade for collecting everything and then delivering it. Might as well just buy a shitload of fuel. Okay, onward to self-sealing stem bolt heaven. Oh god damn it! It's instantly attacked.
Hey, sir. Yes. Let me out. Vehicle reporting. Yes, Captain.
Okay.
Standing by. Yes.
Everything was fine. Okay. Let's go stem bolt hunting. There we are. Investigate the area. Bought a single mobile home. It looks decrepit and badly maintained. Knock on the door. Oh, man, what do you want? It says, pointing a scat cannon at your face. You understand why Eiffel's Inc. doesn't want to deal with this man. Explain you want to talk to him about acquiring his land. Oh, yeah, you actually have to acquire land for the stem bolt thing. And the person you're acquiring it from, if I remember rightly, is basically Mad Max. Yeah, Bad Max. Itoshi wasn't always a landowner. Apparently he used to live a nomadic, adventurous life. You can hardly believe this wild-eyed character was ever adventurous. Man says he wouldn't mind going back to that lifestyle. This piece of desert is starting to bore him. He wants to trade a deed of land for parts and fuel to get back to his thing. So I'm going to just give him 10 fuel and like 50 things and just do it. Yeah. Give the old man's parts as fuel he needs to get his life back on the road. You drive away with the deed of land, you hear him firing splatter cannon into the air and yelling, yeah, back to, yeah. You wonder if you made the right decision. It's probably fine. So the reason I say the big hovercraft things are a little too big for their own good. I mean, looking, it seems they take up a fair amount of real estate. All vehicles actually take up the same amount of space. They're like just a single square, apart from the main vehicle, which takes up 2. So even though they're different size, even though they are physically different sizes, it's exactly the same size as like the little quad bikes you can have in terms of games. So, what's this thing right here? That's the privateer base. While I'm here. Oh, I'm going to attempt to escape. Oh, fine. Bad Max was a mistake. He was a mistake. Okay.
Ready and waiting. Rolling. Roger.
Don't move, just go there. Just make that shuffle around a bit. Does that mean we get a Furiosa? I'm sure there is a reference to it in here somewhere, but I forget where it is. There's actually a really nice reference to Terry Pratchett in here as well. Investigate. Short while you notice a preparing pack up and leave. A massive truck is prepared to set out, surrounded by a rather sizable squadron of escorts. The count won't be here much longer. Attack! Destroy the truck! Okay, this is a boss fight. Which is where you have to fight someone who has a similar thing to you. I was hoping I'd get one of these. Okay, but now I've got to be sensible and actually protect my goddamn thing. Oh, good. One of the enemy ones is just about to slam into that wall, so that means I don't have to deal with them at least.
Unit reporting.
Okay, let's stop that from doing anything.
Reporting. Standing though.
Okay. Yeah, it's truck versus truck murder. Okay, now it gets confusing. Yeah, there's a lot going off in this.
Definitely. Hey. Yes, Captain.
Yes? Run it and gun it.
Okay.
Yes?
Boom. There we go. Take the loot. Oh, nice. More loot. Head back to the camp. Okay, cool. Fucking rad. Excellent. That is a... Yeah, that is a good haul. That's the heavy laser beams that I've got on Andy's. I can then equip another one with those. So yeah, that's pretty good. That is exactly what I was after. Perfect. There's nod tech right there. Okay, so let's just replace both of those. And then that means I can take the light pulse laser off there, replace it with the minigun. Because that's 12, and that's 8.3. So that's got two really heavy weapons. He's got heavy weapons. He's got a heavy weapon on what he's got. So yeah, cool. That is the most efficient thing. And I also have one space left, so I can put my other mine layer that I got. So yeah. Cool, excellent. Okay, this should make everything a lot easier because, like I say, for a while there, I was very much just kind of my weapons hadn't quite caught up with the equipment that I had. I hadn't quite caught up with like the enemies I was facing, so that's good. Okay. Okay, right, let's see what the nearest thing is. Omnidirectional booster, compression coil. Let's go and start off the omnidirectional compressor thing. Keep going, we've got to press on. Oh no, let's wait it out so I don't get my vehicles damaged. Right. Let us go do the thing. This should, in theory, mean that I am a bit of a beast. Drive down the road, side window, you see a white flag hanging out the window. Investigate. You get close to see the car is riddled with bullets and scorch marks. Whoever did this doesn't appear to be nearby now, but you managed to scrap the vehicle for thinking, okay, cool. Sandblasted buildings loom eerily over the dust-covered streets. The flourishing mining town must have been quickly abandoned when the earth started belching toxic fumes to reckless mining. Around the windows, pungent gas entering the cabin. Okay. Leaving the toxic fumes behind, you reach the outskirts of the town where you spot a surprisingly large junkyard with a gate that reads Dunk Your Junk. Several red vehicles circling the junkyard, firing at a man who's attempting to defend the junkyard by throwing a variety of scrap material at the vehicles. Okay, well, let's get rid of them for him.
Yes? Hey.
Realised I wasn't actually shooting at anyone.
Lock and load.
Okay.
Roger.
Okay, yes. thought he was just going to drive into the the wall there. Oh wait, that's still alive. Wait, didn't notice that. Nice. All the attacking radar vehicles have been destroyed. You find some loot in the wrecks. Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. Bill Barley is the name. You're looking to scrap that impressive truck you got there. No. Ask about the omnidirectional booster. I've been day long, so there's not any around. Just, where is it? Ain't got one to sit around. I like that. The guy that took it drove off toward the abandoned factory. Okay, how do I get him to hand it over? That's a tough one. I can tell you the sewage coupler looks somewhat like the booster you're after. If you can swap it for the real thing, he might not notice until after you're gone. Sure. Sure, why not? Okay. Prepare for an attack. Oh, you see that explosion comes because sometimes attacks happen on you before, like, the match starts, so you have to kind of just deal with that.
Target set. Vehicle reporting.
Yeah, this double, like, beam laser thing is doing great. I am a fan of this. It's all going great. If I was playing this normally, like, just on my own time, I'd be doing way more of, like, the little side missions and stuff, which is probably why I've had, like, some trouble with, like, getting all the gear. But I don't want to waste your time completely. So basically what I'm going to do now is basically try and get everything together so that I can deal with the final boss. Like, get all the parts. Because I'm most of the way through. The quest to get them at this point. Okay, that's maxed out. It's never a waste. I know. I was a bit harsh of myself there, but you know what I mean. I just want to. I don't want to just be kind of faffing around, because this is a game where you can faff quite a bit. You hear a voice belling behind the radio. We're going to cut you open and eat your brains. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna escape. I love that little interaction. Just, oh yeah, yeah. Whilst traveling through the desert, you can cover a super heavy railgun. Great. That is actually a fucking amazing thing, and I will deal with that in a moment. You approach the abandoned factory Bill told you about. Hunchman pacing laps around a crooked tower of cardboard boxes. He's lumbering, and a clumsy gait is probably a sign of severe heat stroke in the burning sun. Approach the man. The son's face has surprisingly childlike features, despite his freckled skin being dried and cracked by the blistering sun. On his head is an uncomfortably small yellow helmet. The man appears to be completely aware of your presence. Hello? Hello? The man replies in a shrill voice. Ask him what he's doing. Did you see the green space rocket land with the whoosh and a bang? Yeah, that was me. Yeah. For real? You're a real space astronaut? Would you take a look at my space rocket? You realise the man is talking about the tower of cardboard boxes. Sure. As you approach the cardboard rocket held together with duct tape, you notice a variety of electronic gizmos have been attached to it. You think you might have even spotted a vacuum cleaner. You notice the omnidirectional booster is fitted to the rocket just within your reach. Now would be a good time to quickly swap it with your acquired sewage decoupler. I'm going to swap it. You attempt the switcheroo, but the man notices your intent and starts screaming wildly. It looks to attract the attention of a nearby group of privateers who swiftly move in to engage you. Ugh, okay.
Unit reporting.
Yes, Captain. What can I do?
Big rocket.
Yes, Captain.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, Captain. Sir.
Alright.
Ready. Reporting. Heading east.
What can I
Awaiting orders.
Okay. I got an aid. Which, if I remember rightly, they help. They mean you get less damage when you are like physically assaulted. Like if you ram someone. Looks like the man with the yellow helmet has disappeared in this fight. Inspect the rocket. It's easily found amongst the cardboard boxes. You load on your convoy and prepare to head out. Just so you know, if you do that and you manage to actually swipe it, he gets in the rocket and it does actually launch. But because you stole the part, it doesn't work. Because it is actually a functional rocket, just because it just looks like shit. Okay, so I have the omnidirectional booster. Self-stealing stem belts, I need to turn that in, and the compression coil is... Oh, I might as well do that while I'm down here, because it's really close. Shanty Sands, small agricultural community. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, just burn through this, because I can't be bothered to read out all the dialogue. Inquire about the compression coils. Basically Barry comes with you to try and get the things. And then we have to go somewhere and like, get them from the bad people. That's fine. Like, if you're trying to read them out, some of these dialogue things are very long, so...
Reporting. Moving out. Hey!
Let me help. Yes, Captain.
Actually, let's take that from now. Did I just...
Roger that.
Weird.
Yes, Captain. Orders.
Hey. Hi.
Awaiting orders.
What can I do? What can I do?
What can I do? I take the loot. Yeah, I could do with... I think there's just a town up here, isn't there? So I can get myself repaired. Because that would be useful. Yeah, there we go. I knew that was there. Truck looks a tad knackered. A little bit. A little bit. I'm just going to avoid them. You can avoid quite a lot of the fights, just kind of useful. Like, in this situation, like, it would be, like, super difficult. Okay, here we go. Here's a really useful thing. super heavy railguns. They basically allow you to, at the start of the fight because it's fully charged, but also a little bit later, you know, after they recharge and it's quite slow. But it will basically one-shot anything but the heavy vehicles. So it's fucking useful. Advanced impact damage defense. It basically means I don't get as much damage. It prevents ramming damage through localized energy fields. Okay, so I might as well just equip it. I'm probably not going to use it because, like, I just don't really ram people very often because it's annoying to do. But yeah, okay. It does have a little yellow nose. I wonder if there's a Warhammer Orc mod for this game. That would be quite fun. I don't think there's a modding community for this game. I might be wrong there, but I've not seen one. Because it was just one of those games that just sort of appeared. I don't know what engine it's made in, so... But you can get it on the PS4 now. So that's fun. Strange ticking noise coming from one of your vehicles when you check it out. It seems your fuel pressure regulator. Yeah, I'll fix it. It's fine. This is the place, alright. Okay. You head out to attack them now as a distraction. I'll sneak behind the facility while the distraction sabotage the production line, causing the whole thing to go up in flames. Sure. What the heck? Completely forgot to use my railgun there. Which missed, annoyingly. Damn it. I hyped up the railgun, and then it just screwed me at the first possible opportunity.
Yes, Captain.
Got a chainsaw. Heads into the remaining facilities to look for compression coil. Unable to find a compression coil. He retrieved the parts to build one, however. Okay. Railgun? Hardly know her. Now I just need to return him to the... I'm taking the time to run scanners suddenly pick up several mines been placed on the road. Let's go off-road. I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. Okay, here we go. Half-buried metal cylinder. Inside the cylinder you find an oddly fashioned data disk, probably dating from several hundred years ago. Inspect the discs. Data disk contains black and white video showing a suburban family being assisted by a robot. Your omnicombined way of life. Isn't it simply wonderful? Peace, liberty, free hugs and kisses? But what if our future isn't safe as you thought it was? If you want to secure the safety of your family, seek out your nearest Torvac representative now. Torvac, safer through technology. Okay, I got scrap, so whatever. Get rid of the chainsaw. Yeah, nothing really that I need in here. Okay, because once I return this, then I've just got the last thing to sort out, which is the end of the self-sealing stem bolts thing. Later with vehicle wrecks, you realise this is... I'm just going to... Okay. I was going to try and avoid that one. There you go, railgun. One shot that thing. That's what they're useful for. Fucking eviscerate things, they're great.
Reporting.
Got a cannon, it's something to sell, I guess. Barry assures you should be able to construct compression core that you brought him. Thanks for the troubles. We should look in your endeavours. Cool. Okay, so last one to sort out is the self-sealing stem bolts. Fine. Fine. We shall fight to the death. Okay, well, let's get rid of that one.
Yes, Captain. Ready and waiting.
Actually, I should probably go for that one. Think about it.
Orders. Ready and waiting.
Okay, and a mine to the nose. Okay, fine. I'll go and actually deal with it. Heavy beam blaster. Cool. Cool. Excellent. That means I can, like, replace... what's kind of the weakest weapon I've got? Because that's, like, 17. That's 12. I think that's the... I have got that, but that's kind of useful because I don't have to be in line of sight, and because it's slower, like... That's probably a better one to actually have on that, so... Yeah. Tech Marine is now built. Excellent. I hate having to sell a minigun because miniguns are undeniably cool. But I think that might be it's the right thing to do, and I hate it. Because, like, different things are good against different facilities. Different, like, stats and things. So something that's got heavy shielding and stuff that's just raw health, or stuff that has, like, actual, like, shield generators. They're all, like, different stats that it burns through, but, like, the lasers are just really good. Confirm this doesn't have Warhammer Orc mods, but it does have Command and Conquer and Red Alert mods. Oh, excellent! I'll have to have a look, because I've not looked into the modding scene for it at all, so I would be intrigued to see what shenanigans they've been up to. Okay, is there anything I can upgrade? Yeah, fuck it. Andy can be fully upgraded. And that's fully upgraded. I think I've just got... Yeah, it's just the last armor thing on these two, and then I'd have a fully upgraded thing. So yes, let us go in search of self-sealing stem bolts. Okay, well, let's just escape from that because I can't be bothered. Wonder how you spot a Carandos speedway. It looks like it hasn't seen maintenance quite some time, but the entry ramp sphere is functional. Tempting to use the speedway could allow you to regain 20. Okay, I don't need the thing. I can't be bothered. Well, I can't. I was supposed to say a lot while playing. It's just I can't be bothered. Basically, the people who were originally there are gone, but they still honour the deal. So I've got the stem bolts. So, basically, I can now go and do the final boss. Or so basically, do you want to see me do the final, attempt the final boss, or do you want to see me try and do some more like side missions, like do some of the weird stuff? Or would you prefer me to just do, say, a couple of those and then go do the final boss? Because I've been doing it for like 2.5 hours now. So I was wanting to wrap up relatively soon. I have 1 vote for final boss. Which I guess means if it's the only vote, Dark Willow is 1 woman, 1 vote. Boss finale. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, let's go do that then. Yeah. I'm fully healed. Yep. Just avoiding. I'll just avoid everything along the way. I think you folks will like the final boss. It's a whole thing. Just drive along. Hey, see this thing? I delivered my parts before the final boss going. As you near the spaceship ready to fix it up and leave the planet once and for all, you spot an enormous hovering battle machine. You have made quite a name for yourself on Omega Prime, fighting the different factions with blatant disregard for the established distribution of power. Your meddling in our affairs ends now. 2 smaller vehicles moving to flank you as a monstrosity powers up its weapons and approaches you. You have no choice but to fight. Thought it had broken for a second there. So this actually gets kind of confusing if you've got a bunch of keeper drones, because this uses keeper drones. So I need to quickly take these out, and then the final boss will appear. Fortunately, I do have quite the capacity to rather quickly get rid of them. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yep, here we go. Okay.
Yes, Captain. What can I do?
So yeah, it's got a bunch of different parts, and you have to destroy them all.
Yes, Captain? Hey!
Oh, didn't realise I went out of range. Okay, 1 down.
Let me out. Definitely.
Hey, what can I do? Going east.
Ready and waiting.
Oh god. Move, 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 move. Oh, thank god.
Orders?
Yeah, this can really, because it can just land on you, and because it has a lot of things that can stun, it can do a lot of bad times to you. Yeah, it's not by the same people as FTL. They're just heavily inspired by the people that made it.
Roger.
Oh shit.
Definitely. What can I do?
Orders? Hey!
Let me help. Hey.
Yes?
I don't know if I can actually do much to the central part yet.
Yes, Captain? Let me out.
Oh no.
Hey.
You?
Hey. Let me help.
Okay. Well, this is a screen. From what I thought on the podcast, I thought it would look a lot more Mad Max. I mean, generally it is more in that vein. It's just the whole kind of like backstory thing of it involves this like high technology group that is who make this stuff, and there's still remnants of it knocking around. So.
Awaiting orders. Sir? Going east.
That's a lot of danger marks. It is indeed. I really shouldn't be splitting my fire like I am between these two sides. It makes things a little bit more difficult than they need to be.
Hey! Awaiting
Okay, now it's going to do some bullshit. So I'm just going to try and move out the way of it. Yeah, it just does a big laser across the screen, which is rather annoying. Okay, now
awaiting orders.
it's done with this bullshit for a moment, so, you know, that's good. Okay. Alright, let's focus a little bit, and... There we go.
Standing by. Hey! Yes, Captain?
Let me help. Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain. Let me help.
What can I do?
Hi.
Hi, hi.
What can I do?
Alright. Yeah, you can stun it from being able to do use some of its attacks, which is quite useful because its attacks are often very annoying. Okay.
Hey!
What can I do? Hi.
Vehicle reporting. Unit reporting.
Okay. Oh, here we go. It's on its bullshit again.
Yes, Captain? Awaiting orders.
Hi. Yes.
Hey! Vehicle reporting.
Hey.
It will quite frequently, at this point, while it's diving around, do what it does here, which is where it just lands on one of its own vehicles, instantly destroying it. I'm not quite sure why, but it just does that quite a lot. It's like, you probably shouldn't do that. Is the railgun effective against this thing? Yes, it does do a shitload of damage when you hit with it, but it just takes so long to recharge. Is the problem. As you can imagine, you know, considering how beefy this thing is.
Yes, Captain?
Okay. Once I take out this middle bit, it has one more thing that it will do, and then there we go.
Hey! Hey! Vehicle reporting.
No. No lazy beam. Fortunately, you can stun it. Okay. I think I've got it. There we go. Boom! There we go. The blinding light of defeat of deafening explosions fade out and the peaceful silence settles over Omega Prime. With the monstrous battle machine destroyed, the way is clear for you to return to the spaceship Mercury and finally leave this planet. The collected parts prove operational enough for the spaceship Mercury to take off. You leave your escort vehicles behind, thank everyone for their help, and load your MCV into your spaceship. One can only guess what will happen to Omega Prime now its supposed keepers have been destroyed, but you have no time to worry about that. The next mission awaits. The days of driving Convoy are over. The endless war of Landanar waits. There you go. That is Convoy. That's only on easy. But to be honest, once you kind of figure out how the game works, normal's not too much harder. It's just you get less resources, and that's the only real thing. So it does just tend to take a few attempts to kind of look out enough to get some decent stuff. But yeah, it's a cool game. I like it quite a lot. It's because there's not as much variety in it as in FTL. It's not quite got the endless replayability of it. Like I played it for something like I can't remember, like 15 hours or something, and then kind of ran out of like, you know, stuff to do. Like I didn't. I've still got like things to unlock, but like I ran out of enough that I wanted to play, you know. But yeah, it's a decent little game. I can definitely recommend giving it a shot. Would be neat if there were different planets / terrain designs. Yeah, there is 100% a lot of room to expand this game, which I would love to see them do. And yeah, it was a Kickstarter game, so. But yeah, that was Convoy. Yeah, all these things. If you get the achievements, you unlock stuff, so that's kind of cool. I'm always a fan of that when the achievements are tied to things you can unlock. But yeah, it is a cool game. Yeah, apparently I played it for 25.8 hours. So, you know, it costs like a tenner usually. So, you know, I think that's pretty decent money to entertainment ratio there. So yeah, I'd recommend giving it a shot if you're into these kind of games. The recommendations I will give is, if you want to play it above easy, always use the roads and focus your fire on one target and then move on, because if you split your fire, you end up just taking more damage. And if you just remember those two things, then you can beat it on normal without really too much trouble. Because the game isn't actually harder, you just get less resources, and the level of equipment that your opponents have scales up quicker, because they start off simple, and the longer you've been playing for, the more stuff they have. So they have bigger vehicles with more weapons and stuff, and that just scales up a bit quicker. And that's the only difference. Really, they don't have more health, they don't hit harder. It's just a resource thing. So if you're smart and you look out, you like I managed to do it easily on easy, even though I spent the first half of my playthrough not really getting any weapon upgrades, so I was using like the basic weapons on my vehicles for quite some time. Granted, I was using like cooler unlocked vehicles, but you know, still I enjoy it. It is quite good. But yeah, so thank you very much to everyone for sticking with me through that. It is a fun game. But as like I say, there's not a whole lot to it after that. So you've basically seen the whole game now. It's just about finding the other little things. There is one thing that I didn't show you because they're random and you have to go out looking for them. Where I had the boss fight against the little truck. There's more of those against very special things. So there's one that I actually think is really fun. If you encounter a guy in the desert who's like dressed up like a knight, and he's like, "Hark, let's go slay a dragon," and you're like, "Yeah, sure, fucking whatever." And then you find it, and there's this huge dragon-themed truck, and you have a boss fight against it. And then when you destroy it, they then take the parts, and then they'll make a special, smaller vehicle. A small dragon vehicle that you then have with you. There's quite a few things like that, like what I did where I got Andy's vehicle. There's quite a few things where you can do special missions to get special vehicles that usually, like Andy's, have the full 4 slots and start off with some good weaponry. So they're some of the better vehicles in the game. And there's a handful of them. I think there's like 4 or something of them that you can get. These like really high-end vehicles. And they're all just hidden about the game. And sometimes you'll stumble into them really easily, and sometimes you just won't find them in a run-through. But, you know, that's how it goes. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me, and hope you all have a good rest of your night. And take care, and, I don't know. Look after each other? I don't know. Do something good? I don't know. Good night. I ran out of steam there, didn't I?